so the bar is where I...
Hi guys, this is Haley and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the look I'm going to be doing in today's video, and if you want to figure out how to get this look, please continue watching. Alright guys, so if you have stayed to this point in the video, congratulations, you are watching my first YouTube video. So today we're going to be doing a look that's very colorful. I like to use a lot of color. I used to be very kind of opposed to doing color just because I was like very new to doing makeup, and I was a little nervous about doing it. But then I bought my first really colorful eyeshadow palette, and it's the Morphe 35B palette, which is now like my holy grail. I use it constantly and it's just my favorite thing to create new looks with. So today we're going to be doing like kind of a sunsetty look that I came up with or whatever like a couple months back, and I just started using it a lot on my eyes. So yeah, so that's what I went ahead and did my brows off camera just because it's kind of a long, like drawn out process that I didn't feel like showing and editing into this video. So I'll do like a quick run through. I used my e.l.f. eyebrow kit for the majority of what I do, and then my NYX micro brow pencil in blonde, and then my Pro Conceal to just carve out my brows. And then I haven't done this yet. I'm just gonna finish them off with this Salon Perfect Brow Gel. I've been using this for forever. Yeah. But basically I just run it through my brows just to keep them sort of in place all day. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for brows. Next, we're just gonna start moving on to the eyes, which is like the main portion of this video. So even if you don't have the Morphe palette, it's more of a yellow and a red and an orangey look. So if you have any type of palette or just eyeshadows that are those colors, you can do this look. It's not a hard look at all. It's extremely simple. So first, just for our base, we're gonna take the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. I've been using this since I started doing my makeup, and it's, you know, it's an eyeshadow primer. It's not palette or whatever palette you're using for this, and we're going to be taking this shade right here. It's just like a really neutral beigey color, and I just like to use it to go over top my my primer to just set it all so we don't have any creasing and so that the colors blend nicely. Any sort of blending brush that you have that you like to use. I have this one. It's kind of a dense blending brush. And then in our palette, we'll take this really light, like rosy color. I just like to use this as like a transition shade just because it's like a very light color in the palette, and it helps everything blend out nicely, and I just like using it. So I'll be putting that in my crease to brow bone area just to help blending. in our crease to brow bone area, and it's, you know, it's there. It's working nicely. Okay, so next we'll be moving on into the actual color scheme of the whole thing. So we'll be using this, pretty much this whole area. This really cool tone-ish orange color, and then this other orange color, and then the two matte reds right here, and then at the end we'll be using this yellow for our lid. So we're gonna take that that darker of the orange colors, and we're just gonna use the same blending brush and blend it into our crease. We're just gonna be building up the color a lot, just to try to get that like faded, blended sunsetty look. So yeah, just take this, the darker of the two orange colors, and just put it in the crease and blend it until you... Building up the colors more. We'll be taking that other orange color, the brighter one, and we'll just be putting it in the same place as we put the other colors. We just want to build it up more and intensify the colors and just blend them all together seamlessly and just as best as you can. So we'll take that same blending brush and the other orange color and just put it in the same spot. We're just gonna take another blending brush. I like to take a fluffier one to blend out everything. So we're just gonna take it and just blend as much. Once that is done, you can move on to the reds. So for the red, it's gonna go deeper into the crease. So I'm gonna take this angled sort of wonder brush that I have and dip it into the lighter of the two matte red colors and just put it in my crease just to kind of deepen the outer V, and then just, yeah. That other fluffy blending brush and just sort of blend the orange and the reds together. We don't want any harsh lines or anything like that. So yeah, once that is blended, we'll take the same angled brush. No, actually, we'll take this sort of small fluffy brush, just kind of color just because whatever. But we'll take that other matte red color, the darker of the two, and we'll just get some on our brush and we'll deepen the V even more. We don't want to go too far into the crease with this, just because, well, for me personally, I have like hooded eyes, and when I go too far in with the dark colors, it sort of just makes me look like I don't have any eyelids. So we're just going to take that and put it in the outer V and a little bit up into our crease, but not too much. And then we're going to take that fluffy blender brush again and just blend. Orangey look for this. I'm going to take more of that brighter orange color and I'm just going to blend over some areas. another fluffy blending brush, and we're just going to take that lighter orange and just try to blend everything out. Next, we're going to move on to the yellow portion of this, and we're just going to take this flat lid brush and spray some Fix Plus on it, and then just to get it a little bit more pigment, and then we're going to take our yellow in the Morphe palette, and we're just going to pop my bottom lower lash line. I'm just going to take that cooler, lighter orange and just smoke out my lower lash line a little bit. Just so it doesn't seem like it's like bare compared to the rest. The shadow is finished. We will take our liner. We're gonna do our liner next. Usually towards the end I do like my inner corner highlight and my everything, just because I do my face after this and I don't want it to get, you know, covered up in any way or anything like that. So we're just gonna do liner and then move on from there. So the liner that I'll be using is the Voluminous Liner Noir by L'Oreal Paris. Looks like this. It's like a triangle shaped liner. It's just like a liner pen. I prefer it to like liquid or pencil just because that's me. But yeah. So this isn't going to be like a full-blown wing tutorial because even I don't know how to do wings perfectly, so. And we're just going to clean it up a little bit with some concealer along with the excess eyeshadow that's on the outer portion of my wing. So we're just going to take some Pro Conceal, just a concealer that I prefer to use the most, and then the same brush that I use just to conceal my brows. Take some on it and just go underneath just to clean up that area. That wing. I'll go ahead and do the other side and then I'll come back. So now I finished the other wing. I'm just gonna go in with that angled blending brush like I did before and just go into under my eyes again just to get rid of that concealed area that was under my eyes. So just to clean it up a little bit. So my wings are cleaned up and we're going to move on to the face. I'm just going to do my normal routine. I kind of, every time I do makeup, I'm more of a cake face. I don't really have like a natural makeup look. I have before, but it's not like my favorite thing to do. So yeah, we're just going to do what I normally do. So I'm going to prime my face using the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. Shout out to Nikki Tutorial, she's my favorite. And I learned that from her. So I'm just going to prime our face using this. I've already moisturize my face before I started my makeup. So we're just gonna go right out with our primer. Just try your best, if you do it like this, like your eye look before your face, try your best just not to smudge your brows or your eye makeup, because that would be disastrous. That's the only like downside I think to doing your face after, is just the fact that you have to be a little bit more careful. But the only reason I like to do my eyes before, my brows before, is because I just think it's so much easier cleanup, and like when you're doing your eyes and stuff, it's, say there's fallout or anything like that, you can just, it's so much easier to wipe it away off of a clean face instead of a face with foundation on it. Okay, so after we prime our face, and it's got that like tacky sort of feeling on your skin, we're going to take our foundations. I'm constantly switching up my foundation routine. We're just going to be using the Revlon Colorstay for a combination oily skin in number 150 in the color Buff. I have no idea what that loud sound was. It could have been anything. And then we're going to be mixing it with the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation Plus Concealer in the color Creamy Vanilla. I just pair these two because this one's really light for me and this one's really dark for me, or not extremely dark, but it's pretty dark. So I mix the two together and they kind of balance each other out. So I'm just going to take a couple pumps. Foundation brush and just buff this in. Blending in with a brush, I just go in with my beauty blender and just pat it all down just to try to get it on. When our foundation is done, we're gonna do our concealer. I use my Pro Conceal, which I'm pretty much out of this, and then I have this other, it's supposed to be a foundation, but it's very full coverage. It's called Dermacol. I use it as a concealer sometimes too, just because it's very light for my skin. And then, yeah, so we're just gonna conceal and highlight our that I do for highlighting and concealing. And then we're just gonna take our beauty blender again and just we'll go on to our contour. I start with a stick. I use the NYX Wonderstick. Highlighting contour comes with a highlighting side and a contouring side, but I only really use the contouring side just because the highlighting side is not very full coverage and it's kind of like a chalky feeling on my skin. I don't know, it's weird. Even though it's a stick and it's creamy, it just is not very full coverage and it's just kind of a weird feeling. But I really like the contour side. So I just do under my cheekbones, a little bit on my forehead, on my nose, under my lip, and a little bit under my jawline, because You know we gotta get rid of that double chin. Photogenic HD Loose Powder by NYX. It's not my favorite just because it has a lot of flashback in like flash pictures at night or whatever, but you don't want to use too much is the only thing, just because like it's can be extremely hard to like get off. My contour with a powder. I use the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour Palette. I've used this for a long time. As you can see, it's, you know, the lettering is coming off and I've hit pan on my favorite shade in the palette. But we're just gonna take this shade right here, and because I'm so like pasty, I use the smallest amount possible, and then I use this just sort of roundish foundation-ish brush, and just take a very tiny amount, tap off any excess, and I just sort of stiff. The routine is done. After that, I like to do my mascara and just all the finishing touches, mascara, highlight, lips. For mascara, I don't wear false lashes like ever because I'm terrible at putting them on. So I usually use two different mascaras. One is the Supersizer Fibers Mascara by Covergirl, and then the other is the Bare Minerals Lash Domination. I love this mascara so much, like it's my favorite thing. So we're just going to coat the lashes with both. That's good. And then I like to do my lips and then my highlight, just because highlight is my favorite part of the face. So today we're using the NYX lip liner in the color Rose, just to Kat Von D's Lolita. I don't really like using the applicator itself, so I'm gonna take some on a brush and just finished. We're just going to top everything off with some highlighter. Today I'll be using the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter in Golden Lights. This is the first highlighter I ever bought from Makeup Revolution, and I still love using it to this day. So basically we're just gonna spray I just use this little tiny blending brush with some MAC Fix Plus And then we're just gonna lightly dust over our highlight, and we're just going to dust it onto our pretty much it for this look. At the end, just set your face with whatever setting spray that you like to use. I'm using the MAC 6 Plus in this case. But yeah, so that's basically it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was my first, so it's not that great, but I will be getting better, and I am always taking suggestions, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Both of those are Haley Tatum, and I hope that you like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.